Assalamualaikum teman-teman, jumpa lagi sama saya Hasnul Insani Johar. Kali ini video yang terakhir dari novel Laila Halaby Once in a Promised Land. Part terakhir itu kita masih fokus ke FBI, tapi link to the metaphor of terrorist hunting license. Nah, lanjut aja ya kita tentang apa sih terrorist hunting license ini. Kita lihat dulu. Mana dia slide? Astaga. Nah, Part 4 Terrorist Hunting License in Laila Halaby Once in a Promised Land. So Laila Halaby Once in a Promised Land not only utilizes the idea of the FBI agent or the FBI agent, but also uses the metaphor of terrorist hunting license to question anti-Muslim racism. This metaphor represents vigilantism, popular representation of terrorism, and surveillance of Muslim and Arab population. If we quote here David Koppel in 2019 defines the idea of vigilantism. Vigilantism is a group activity in the modern United States. The term vigilant is sometimes applied to lone citizens who take the law into their own hands to seek personal revenge on criminals or conduct a private crusade against crime. But the term is not properly applied to individual action, unquote. So, in the novel, Evan and his gang used a sticker stated terrorist hunting license or THL to hunt Muslims or Arabs who are often associated with terrorism. So by creating the terrorist hunting license, Evan set himself up over Muslim who can be the target of his hunting by being primarily associated with acts of terrorism. Thus, Jassim can be hunted like a wild animal because he appears to be an Arab, and thus the THL is used to allow anti-Muslim groups like Evans and his gang exclude Jassim from U.S. belonging. So the sticker terrorist hunting license legitimates Evan to hunt Jassim, who is suspected as a terrorist. And ironically, the sticker finally witnessed Evan's death after hitting Jassim's car. This traffic accident represents the 9/11 attack, which is mainly seen as U.S.-centric trauma without considering the complexity of 9/11 debates, translation, and the imaginative challenge of what Pankaj Misra calls facing the Islamic others. So we can another scene in the novel. So Halaby novel questioned the Islamic other by describing the Muslim protagonist as facing various traumatic events when living in US. Astagfirullahaladzim, ada petir saudara-saudara. Mudah-mudahan kita selamat semua ya. Lagi hujan deras di sini. Ya, kita lanjut aja tentang trauma. Di sini juga trauma sama hujan. So this trauma is highlighted when Jassim feels anxious about being put in prison. That leads him to create several anagrams which represent his chaos feeling and thinking as the result of being traumatic interrogated by the FBI. The omniscient narrator described when the FBI agents, Adam Fletcher and Noel James, frequently investigate Jassim regarding the 9/11 attack. For example, in one scene, when Jassim calls the FBI agent, he notes that, quote, FBI could become FIB and Noel James could be Lemon C. Jail, unquote. So here Jassim feels scared and unsettled as he might be put in jail because of Bella accusation of him being involved with terrorism. Like a prisoner, Jassim has no power to fight against the FBI intimidation. So to challenge and to question white mainstream narrative in representing Muslim as the perpetrator of or the terrorist, Halaby's text questioned the Islamic other by depicting Jassim as the target of American exceptionalism. So we can see this is just another, yeah, the FBI anti-Muslim racism. So we can discuss again the metaphor of terrorist hunting license is used to emphasize how the FBI have nationally and internationally legalized their illegal action of persecuting Jassim or Muslim more broadly. Thus, a license, which means to give a person permission to do something, allows the FBI to interrogate Jassim about his reaction to the events of September 11. Agent Fletcher asked Jassim, quote, would your reaction have been different if it had been expected? Unquote. So here the FBI agent is prejudiced against Jassim and assume that he is one of the radical group member. In the same, this text uses irony by transforming the role of the FBI from the protector of American citizens to become an official front for U.S. surveillance. We can see that in this, the Guardian newspaper reports on Muslim surveillance that, quote, the effort crossed into New Jersey, where the department collected intelligence on ordinary people at most restaurants and schools starting in 2002. The surveillance extended across at least 20 mosques, 14 restaurants, 11 shops, 2 schools, and 2 Muslim student groups in New Jersey alone. So this newspaper published 5 April 2018. So here the national surveillance has since moved to a global level. James Reston in 2019 argues that the global surveillance order is targeted primarily at Muslims. Its expansion of state surveillance system and legislation in the war since 9/11 has taken place in response to Islamist terror, unquote. At the same thing, in the novel, Jassim car accident being investigated by the FBI is one example of how national surveillance is linked to the global system, as the FBI embodies both national and global surveillance initiative. So this embodiment can be seen through the way the FBI not only interferes with Jassim car accident, but also accused Jassim as supporting terrorists after he transferred money to Jordan, regardless of helping her family. So in this sense, the novel questioned the FBI role in expanding anti-Muslim racism with the US and beyond. So last slide, we can see how the FBI and terrorist hunting license relate with the prison, yeah, how to make a Muslim in prison. So Halaby plays with cynical language such as a perfect prison to represent how her protagonist or Jassim struggle to challenge the ideology of anti-Muslim racism throughout the novel. In the specific scene after the death of Evan in the car accident, quote, Jassim have been released from the perfect prison, unquote, but had been interrogated frequently by the FBI. By describing the custody as the perfect prison, Halaby used cynical language which described prison as perfect place for the Muslim, as the perfect that refer to the impenetrable nature of the prison, and the perfect security with which the FBI can carry out their wrongful persecution, well protected as they are by new anti-terrorist legislation. Importantly, By describing the prison as a perfect place for Jassim, the narrator illuminates how Jassim embodies the essential target or scapegoat for 9/11 attacks in the 21st century. So the image of the scapegoat can be related to the history of African American in the period leading up to the emergence of the civil rights movement. In this period, African Americans struggled to fight for social justice and discrimination. Even nowadays, this discrimination can be seen in American society, even though U.S. policy, African American and other minority rights are accommodated. However, in social engagement, U.S. minorities are seemingly perceived as foreigners and enemies within. So in the novel, the links U.S. Muslim African American, a black man who is standing next to white boy Evan is depicted as supporting Muslim as he questioned Evan, "What you got a hunting license on a skateboard for?" Evan reads it out. "Terrorist hunting license." The man stared at it some more and looked up the boy silently. So it can be argued that by questioning Evan's skateboard, the black men support U.S. Muslims who are often associated with terrorism. So this discourse worked to exclude U.S. Muslim and other minorities from American society, as Michel Foucault argues that Foucault suggests that discourse aims to describe the surface linkage between power, knowledge, institution, intellectual, the control of the population, and the modern state as these intersect in the function of system of thought. Thus, anti-Muslim discourse, such as Halaby's fictional terrorist hunting license, or the real and widely used rhetoric of the war and terror, agreeably work to maintain the U.S. Government's policy and supremacy to justify the hunt for Muslim within the U.S. and beyond. Ya, kita cukupkan saja karena udah lebih 10 menit. Intinya, nah, teman-teman, ini hanya sekedar contoh aja ya. Saya fokus ke the idea API or terrorist hunting license. Teman-teman nanti bisa cari lagi literary device yang lebih meaningful, yang lebih dalam lagi dikaji untuk menunjukkan apakah si novel ini dia either support or challenge certain idea or certain problem in our contemporary society. Semoga bermanfaat ya teman-teman. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any question. Mohon maaf jika ada kesalahan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.